What's up? Welcome back to another video. My name is Miles. I sell a couple $1,000,000 a year worth of online arbitrage products on Amazon, and I document that here on this channel. We're actually here live today. I'm not in the normal setup because but where I normally film videos because I'm actually traveling right now, but it's Prime Day and pop up the sales. One of the best, actually would say definitely the best non-Q4 sale day ever. My record's 28K. I look forward to do several 50K revenue days this December and everything. But in this video, we're going to interviewing my student Michael, who did 84 grand of sales last month in June, and he came to me as pretty much a fresh beginner in mid-April and everything. So that's pretty good results. He's going to do over 100K a month, well over 10 grand of profit this month and everything like that. So I'm excited to bring him on the channel. If you're serious about growing or starting online arbitrage and you want my help, you want direct coaching with me showing you everything that's helped me scale up to several hundred grand a month in sales, multiple 5 figures a month in profit, you can apply at the link below. That'll be in the description as well as on the pinned comment. So looking forward to chatting with you on that. If you're interested in applying for that, let's get right in the video with Michael. Michael, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Yeah. So doing some great numbers just in the first few months and everything. And just so we can, for that one person in the comments, can we see the SellerAmp?
I got you. Yeah.
There we go.
Looking
good. Give it a little refresh. You guys see the dates on it. We're up to date and everything.
Yeah, I mean, this is this month.
July 13th, Prime Day.
Absolutely. Yeah, and
then July 12th and everything. But cool. All right. So you and I got on the phone to talk about stuff. I think it was like April 6th or something like that.
Yeah, early.
And you were like, I have reselling experience. I haven't really done Amazon yet. You had a naked seller app. Now you got a lot in the seller app and everything. Kind of just talk about that process of getting going and everything and how you've been able to find, success pretty quickly and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, my background came from shoes. I've been doing shoes for years. So when I got in contact with Miles, like my goal was to get in starting to Amazon at the end of April because I'm in college. And then Miles' thing kind of came on the perfect time. Like school was almost over. So it's good timing to meet up with him. I talked to him. He kind of just motivated me to get going.
Yeah. I had told you like this is gonna work regardless. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna figure it out. I just know I can help you do it a lot quicker and stuff like that. And so you're all online arbitrage this far?
I'm all OA as of now. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Little prep center operation going so you don't have to pay sales tax or do the prep yourself.
Yep, I got the prep center like in my first few weeks that I started. It's cheaper than paying tax, so it's a no-brainer almost. So
yeah, and you had the capital and I guess the confidence in the model and that you had done a bunch of shoe stuff in the past that with the scale of Amazon you could be successful. And that's why, recommended you go that route immediately. Yeah. Obviously it doesn't make sense for a lot of people and everything. And so the biggest bottleneck for a lot of people is sourcing. Can you talk about kind of your sourcing process, whether you do it yourself, any VAs, all that?
So back when I first started in the beginning of May, I did hire 2 VAs just to help me out because I really didn't know anything and I wanted to scale quick as possible. And they've been really good for me. But actually today I just let them both go because I'm getting pretty confident in my sourcing capabilities that I don't think I'm finding enough on my own that I don't even have time to check their leads anymore. So I just let them go. And yeah, I just do all reverse sourcing, SellerAmp, storefront stalking, find people's stores. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, and I think honestly, I mean, this is the first time I've like visualizing, but I do think VAs are kind of overrated actually, because like you can get so good on your own, and you could be in the situation you and I are in where we have friends and networks where leads come to us. You know what I mean? Like your boy FaceTimes you or texts you like, go buy this, and then because vice versa, different things come up like that and everything. And I know that's been helpful as well. But it's like getting in the flow, and this is why I like making content and just building, which is the ultimate goal, is making friends that do this and everything is so important because you get in the flow of information, right? So information finds you, right? And the more you're in the game, the luckier you get and everything. And for example, right, I remember that sale you and I both went hard on. It was like middle to late April, right?
Yeah, middle to late April. That was like my first time buying heavy for Amazon, and then the sale started hitting late April, early May in my account, and then ever since early May, I've had a sale every single day.
Early May, yeah, it's a good feeling once you start seeing those beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great feeling.
You really get those
Yeah,
going and everything. And so you had said you're in college right now, right? You want to talk a little bit
correct.
about kind of how you manage time and everything for the college student making no money in my comments who thinks they do.
Yeah.
One, we both did it. You can scroll back. You can look at Full Smiles videos from 2019. I did it as well, but everything. But talk a little bit about that.
So I'm a sophomore in college, and so the last 2 years in college, I did shoes the whole time. I got into shoes before college, so it's kind of like just kept it going. And then so my goal, because I wanted to go Amazon like full time, like get it like put all my time and energy into it. So that was my goal to start as soon as the semester was over, the spring semester, start at the end of April. And the plan is, and it's still the plan, and it's going pretty well, is to scale it super well by the time school starts end of August. So that way, once school starts, it's going pretty smoothly, and I know all the processes by then. So I just like keep on buying the same replens that I have found, and just keep on going at it.
Yeah, and that's what I love about OA that you don't get in retail arbitrage. You definitely do in wholesale, and you do in wholesale. You actually don't in a lot of people's OA model because they want automation tools. They want to be on lists. They want to be in groups. Like none of that, boys. We work really hard. We grind coupons and everything, and that's why
Yeah.
we're rewarded in the longevity and the compounding effect we see in that. You're probably this month a percentage of your spend was stuff you also sold last month, right?
Yeah.
And theoretically, that should increase as you go with small sprints on big sales that happen like that one we talked about in April and everything. But you see that compounding effect. And so, assuming you're not doing your own prep, which you aren't, I'm working on getting to almost fully doing that. Right? Your output's higher, and your output per hour is a lot higher, and you can theoretically with a bunch of work, you can theoretically work less, or at least much higher output per hour contributed to it, and make way more money with this stuff, taking advantage of different things like leveraging a prep center, right? Different stuff like
Mhm.
that, and everything. So talk to me about what categories you mainly done this far.
Mainly like 99% shoes and clothes, like 1% sprinkled in like some other things I found, like some beauty and like just other random stuff, like, but 99% shoes and clothes.
Yeah, and I like that for you and actually for a lot of people because a lot of people come from different types of reselling. They might come from hype shoe reselling. And so that's such a natural built-in competitive advantage that you already know how to do a lot of that stuff. It's just the nice thing is now selling stuff with more volume, with less competition because there's barriers to entry to get Amazon unlocked. You got to create an account. It's a process and everything. So you're dealing with stuff that has more demand, a bigger customer base, more variations of stuff to sell, and it's the same methods in that you could only work a few days a week with the hype Jordan's releasing, right? Every Saturday, Thursdays, different stuff like that. But with this, you can work every day and you can sell stuff with more volume, and it's not scarcity based in that oftentimes, which I guess doesn't really make sense based on what I'm about to say, but like the bottleneck is not finding good items, it's getting enough of good items typically.
Yeah, that's the thing, being able to buy enough of certain things. But
Yeah.
it's great because not like the shoes where, oh, they come out one day and that's it. Here we can go every single day, go to same websites, and just there's always a sale going on and there's always coupons out there, which
Yeah.
I've learned in the last few weeks actually.
Yeah, coupons being a big one, and that those can be around for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sales are typically a few days, right? If you're watching this tomorrow on Wednesday, there's a lot of Prime Day competition sales going on, and
Yep.
that's why, like, dude, sourcing's so good today. And honestly, it is like they find excuses to have sales a lot, like at least once a month on stuff. But it's those small sprints
Yeah.
that can really do numbers
These
and
last
everything
2
on that.
days, they're really
And
good, especially today. I spent a lot of money
good.
to
How
get
much
on
is
it.
a lot of money?
I don't know, like probably like 15,000, maybe more just
That's a
today.
hell of a lot more than I've put out the past years with traveling and everything.
Yeah.
Cool. And then so we know the categories and everything. Could you walk through just your tech stack, some of the different softwares you're using in that?
Yeah, so I have SellerAmp, Inventory Lab, Keepa, and Be Cool.
Kind of the blueprint, literally exact
Yeah.
same. It's almost like we work together in terms of getting
Yeah.
you ramping up and
I I don't think you need anything else, honestly.
yeah, and part of me, do you review request?
I haven't done that yet. I know you've told me about it. It's like $10 a month.
Yeah.
I've thought about it, but I
Yeah,
haven't
I
done
would
it.
get it jacked up. It takes like 30 minutes and this kind of thing. Like it's worth it if it gets you one
I
extra
know
feedback.
no one leaves reviews. I've noticed. Like,
Yeah, only if they're pissed. It's tough on the review part from that because normally, right, like one, Amazon makes it kind of hard to give a good a review in general. So
yeah,
if you're gonna do the work to give a review, it's probably if the experience was bad.
yeah,
Luckily, especially if you're FBAing, Amazon like takes the hit for you
I've
always.
noticed that exactly. They'll get rid of the bad reviews.
Yeah, if you're watching this, go review, like request all your negative feedback to be taken down and stuff because there's a good chance a few of them are going to be taken off. That's not like super important on the arbitrage front, but it helps. You know what I mean? Just from
Yeah,
an optics perspective, confidence in the model, and
I mean, you like
all
to see 5-star reviews. It
that. Oh,
looks good.
yeah, absolutely. So in terms of like for the person who's watching this that hasn't gotten going and everything, what is, some words of wisdom from someone who's, found success about 18 months quicker than I did to do that
Um,
total volume that done thus
I,
far.
I would just say like to just like put your whole mind to it. Like, stay focused. It's like if you want to do it, you can definitely do it. You just gotta like put your all to it. Spend a few weeks, like a couple hours a day, just working at it, watching YouTube videos, doing research. Like, all the information's out there now. Like last year when I first heard about Amazon, like there wasn't even that much information. Like all of a sudden, like the last like year, everything's out there now. So
Yeah, dude, when I get
all on
started,
YouTube.
like dudes didn't even know how to get like ungated. Like no, either no one knew, no one's
Yep.
like people I trust now that I know, like no one was talking about it and everything. And like luckily now it's just out there free. And that's why I think it's, especially with all the videos we do on here, podcast, Buy Box Bandits, all that, like it's easier to start than it was back
Oh,
then.
yeah, you can easily learn like everything you need to know for free now. Like it's
Yeah.
all on YouTube.
Yeah, just it can take a lot longer on
It'll take
stuff.
longer, but
But what
as you
I
put your mind to it.
Dude, and so what I did right when I started really figuring out like February, March of 2021, the big thing was that like I was just really living and breathing it. You know what I mean? It sounds
Yeah,
like you were doing the same, right? And still are, and that's why you're having success, right? When you work so much harder than other people or just the competition, whatever, you compress the learning curve on stuff. So you get a lot more quicker just because you're living and breathing. And everyone wants to talk about like outsourcing, like working less, value your time. Like if you're making no money, systems don't matter.
you
You know,
have
if
to
you're
work hard to get it to where you want it to be. There's
yeah,
no
dude.
shortcuts.
Like if you're under like 5 to 10 grand a month, like don't talk about like don't worry about systems of profit, like we're both obviously over at this point, right? Don't
Yeah.
worry about systems, like just make money, bro. Like
Yeah, I
just do
mean,
what
my
you gotta
main
do to make
goal is just, as of now at least, it was just building up scale. I was even worrying. I mean, of course, I wanted good profits, but I wasn't worrying too much about it. Just like getting up as quickly as possible, and then now I can go back and kind of like maximize everything.
Yeah, and like you learn as you go so much and you earn the right to optimize, right? And that like
Yeah.
the reason you're doing as well as you're doing and I'm doing numbers and stuff is because we just did the right thing for a while. You know what I mean? Like if you do the right thing and relentlessly do it, like good things happen and everything. I really see that, in my own numbers, right? For example, right? This month I've close to almost done already what I did in June in sales, right? And
Yeah.
profits simply on that. And that's because I've just been so much more. I bought so much more in June than I did in May on stuff. And naturally, right, the inputs created the
Yeah.
output. I worked harder, so I'm getting better results.
Yep. You're going to get more sales with the more inventory you have. That's how Amazon works, I've noticed. Like
Oh
when I
yeah.
started running low on inventory, my sales just fell.
Well, yeah, we got to make sure that doesn't
Yeah,
happen,
I can't.
especially.
I'm not letting that happen again.
Yeah, dude, back to school, Q4. It's coming up next 6 months, basically. I guess like 5.5 months at this point. Best 5.5 months of the year and everything like that.
Exciting. Very
So
exciting.
yeah, dude, thank you for coming on. Do you have any socials to plug or anything like that? And not
Well,
if it ever comes up, we'll link in the
all right.
description. We're a
So
little quiet right now.
I've never made socials, but I made an Amazon Instagram today, so you guys can follow it. It's called FBA Micheal. Just simple. And
Underscores?
no underscores,
No
just
under-
FBA Micheal. It was open, so I took it.
I'm surprised on that.
There's
Yeah, get that.
there's 0 post on it right now, but you guys can follow it. I'll post stuff.
Well, dude, so this video isn't going up till tomorrow noon Eastern. So you have an
All right.
opportunity. It's yeah.
I'll put a post in.
So yeah, you can't go wrong with like a seller app.
I'll put a screenshot.
That's what I'm talking about. Cool. All right, man. Well, thank you for chopping it up and great work and everything. And obviously, right, like, you know, you got in, you did what you need to do, and now you're, you know, building your own thing and everything like that. So that's beautiful. I'm really happy for you on this stuff and everything. And I'm glad it, you know, was a positive experience and everything like that.
Thank you.
Sweet. All right, cool. So if you guys want to apply, you can take a look at the link in the description. Subscribe. Thanks for watching. Do what you got to do. Make sure you go follow. Oh, did the wrong one. This man, FBA, and then Micheal right there.
Yep.
Take it easy.
Thank you guys.